The government has announced a one-off residence pathway for eligible migrants in New Zealand, called the 2021 Resident Visa. The Immigration New Zealand website is the place to go for information on the visa, including an eligibility checker so you can test whether you meet the criteria to apply. Applications for the 2021 Resident Visa will be in 2 phases, with the first phase opening on the 1st of December 2021 and the second phase opening on the 1st of March 2022. You can apply in Phase 1 if you were in New Zealand and held an eligible work visa on the 29th of September 2021. You also must have submitted a skilled migrant category application, or a residence from work application, or a skilled migrant category expression of interest that includes dependent children who were 17 years or older, on or before the 29th of September 2021. If you don't fall into Phase 1, you're in Phase 2. You will have to wait until the 1st of March 2022 to apply. We will be in touch with you closer to the time to let you know what you need to do. The following information is specifically for people who can apply in Phase 1 from the 1st of December 2021. This gives you some helpful information about the application process, so you know what to expect and need to provide with your application. First, you will need a RealMe account, so you can submit your 2021 Resident Visa application online through Immigration Online. You will also need to provide your skilled migrant category or your residence from work application number or your skilled migrant category expression of interest reference number when you apply. Note, this number can only be used on one application. Remember, because you are applying under Phase 1, you will not need to pay an application fee when you submit your application. Before you apply, make sure you have all the documents you need to show you meet the criteria. This will make the assessment process quicker and means we won't need to contact you to ask for more information. The documents you need to provide will depend on which criteria you are applying under. You will need to show that you meet one of the following 3 criteria: settled or skilled or scarce. No matter which one of the 3 criteria you apply under, you must have been in New Zealand on the 29th of September 2021. But the documents you need to provide will be different. So, let's take a look at what you need for each criteria. You can apply under the settled criteria if you have been in New Zealand for at least 821 days in the 3 years between the 29th of September 2018 and the 29th of September 2021. The application form will ask you about the time you have been in New Zealand, but you don't need to provide evidence for this. We will use the information we already have to confirm you are eligible. If you apply under the skilled criteria, you will need to provide your employment agreement or a letter from your employer confirming your pay and hours. You will also need to provide a full bank statement or an Inland Revenue summary of income or payslips. It is important that these documents show that you were paid at least $27 per hour both on the 29th of September 2021 and on the date you apply. If you apply under the scarce criteria, you will also need to provide your employment agreement or a letter from your employer confirming your job and hours. You'll also need to provide evidence of occupational registration in New Zealand if that is required for your job. The list of scarce occupations is available on our website. As well as the settled, skilled or scarce criteria, everyone needs to meet the health and character requirements for the 2021 Resident Visa. For health requirements, you don't need to provide any new medical information if you have provided us with a medical certificate within the last 36 months, and you were assessed as meeting health requirements at that time. But if it has been more than 36 months, or your health has changed, you will need to provide a new limited medical certificate. For the character requirements, you don't need to provide anything. We will request New Zealand police checks for all applicants aged 17 years or older. Overseas police certificates are not required unless we ask for one. For all evidence, you only need to provide the documents asked for in the form. If we need more information, we will contact you to request this. So, what happens after you submit your application? First, you will receive an acknowledgement email from us. This will tell you what to expect while we're assessing your application and when you can expect to hear from us. Once we have received your application, it will be allocated to an immigration officer for assessment. If more information is needed, or if we need you to send us your passport, the immigration officer will contact you. If we don't need more information, we will go ahead and process your application, and you will next hear from us once a decision on your application has been made. At this point, we will contact you, and if approved, we will provide details about the application fee and how you can pay. You will also have the option to withdraw your existing skilled residence application or expression of interest. The cost of the 2021 resident visa application is $2,160, including GST. This is made up of the application fee and an $830 immigration levy. If you choose to withdraw your existing skilled residence application or expression of interest, the fee you have already paid can be credited towards your 2021 resident visa application fee. If you need to pay the difference between the two fees, details of the amount to be paid and a link to a payment form will be sent to you. If the amount you have already paid is more than the cost of the 2021 resident visa, we will arrange to refund you with the difference. Once any required payment has been processed, we'll issue you with your e-visa. If you have had to provide your passport, this is when we will return this to you. Our goal is to make the 2021 resident visa application process as easy as possible for you, and to make sure you have all the information you need. Remember, the immigration website is the best place to go for up-to-date information, including processing times and updates, so make a point to visit it regularly.